All right. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing out there? What's going on? It is Tuesday. That means it is time for The Ultimate Fighter yet again. Episode 3 coming in hot tonight. And it is the debut of a highly anticipated prospect by some. His name is Arshiyan Memon, the Indian King, making his debut tonight on the series, on the show, in the competition. So I'm here for it. You know that. Of course, I am here solo. You know, sometimes it's nice to just be solo, right? Who needs the youthful exuberance and intelligence of Chase Parton, or the comedic stylings and fantastic beard of the Vitz King? Sometimes you want the, passably serviceable and exceedingly okay company of Thinker St. James by himself. Every once in a while, that might be the case. So today is your lucky day if that is so. I am excited to be here, and I am excited to be watching The Ultimate Fighter yet again. We are about half an hour away from the series starting here. The episode starting. So, on nights like tonight, I get everything set up, and I got a little bit of time to spare, but there's no real reason to be waiting to come on, so I figured I'd come on a little bit early, say hello to all of the people. I am very chill for this watch along tonight. I've got the chalice of sparkling ice, my favorite drink, and I've got the mega humongous 200% more family-sized Cheez-Its. So we are in good company. We're eating good. We're drinking good. Vape is charging. So, yeah, will Arshiyan Memon win his fight? This is the question. We will find out momentarily, but in the meantime, as I have been doing, I can go through and give you a couple of updates as to things that I found interesting in the MMA world in the last couple of days, or at least since our show last week's fights. Myself and Chase Parton last night had a great one. Long episode last night. After this, I'm going to see if I can get some of the shorts clipped up, because there were definitely a couple of interesting moments there. But Nicholas Dalby, the Danish King. We got the Indian King fighting on The Ultimate Fighter. Nicholas Dalby, the Danish King. He had his first sparring session since his fight with Randy Brown. His nose looks tremendously well healed. This dude had some great doctors reset his nose. You could never even tell that it was broken, so congratulations to him. Karate Combat continues to advertise their only up gambling system, their crypto thing. And now they've got American Sevens Football League as part of this crypto ecosystem of theirs. Don't know how it works. Don't know why they have other sports involved, but that's what it is. So Karate Combat continuing to baffle people with their moves. They've got a football organization involved with the crypto thing, and in the same post, they just say, we're also going to be promising to announce our event soon. So we don't even know when the next Karate Combat is, but we do know that you can bet on some third-rate football organization who even plays in the American Sevens Football League. Is that even a real thing? Yeah, I assume it is. Oh, this is a big thing. Unfortunate to have to announce it here, but a retraction and revision from last week's fights episode. Chase had said that Ricky Simone was going to be fighting Cameron Simon. That is not the case. Ricky Simone is fighting Cameron Smotherman. So, same first name, different guy. Same prediction as far as that fight goes, though. Ricky Simone is going to rip the head off of Cameron Smotherman the same way he would have done to Cameron Simon. And there is really no two ways about it in my mind. So that's just what it is. But a little bit of a retraction if you were watching the VOD or were live on last week's fights last night. Mary Widow, what's going on? How are you? Good to see you. Been seeing a lot of you lately in the comments. Appreciate that tremendously. Thank you very much for your interest in all of the content on the channel. I hope that you've been enjoying what you've been seeing. Always new stuff coming out. I'd recommend going back and watching the Yama series, but you don't have to wait for that or do that from the past, because there will be a new episode coming out this week. I just have to get on the horse and actually write the damn thing. Because it takes a while. I got to get into the groove. But I appreciate it. Got to catch up with you guys. Oh, yes, very insightful, refreshing. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate that you feel that way, because certainly I don't know if any of us on the channel, myself, Chase, or the Vitz King, would self-identify as insightful. But if you say so, then I'm going to believe it. I'm going to appreciate it. And I am going to encourage you to continue to do what you're doing, which is supporting by watching, because it really helps out a whole lot. That's why I found you, because I got sick of other commentaries. Bullshit. Yeah, hey, appreciate that. And that is the case often, is, it's a lot of people have different opinions. So, it's just different strokes or whatever. But if you identify with the GOATs, we've got 3 different weight classes, myself, Vitz King, and Chase. So you've got an array of GOATs right there. You're not drunk. To me, you're refreshing. I appreciate it. All right, yeah, I get you. I appreciate that. Well, we'll see what we feel about the insights as to The Ultimate Fighter here in a couple of minutes. Got about 25 minutes to go before the episode starts, so thank you for being here early. I would ask, I feel compelled, my natural instinct is to be like, what's the community parlay? Because that's generally what we're doing when we're watching these watch-alongs, is watching fights, but we only have the one fight tonight. But the real question, again, I have to go back to it, is does Arshiyan Memon, the Indian king, the prince of India, the Southeast Asian king, right? Is that Southeast Asia? No, that's like Vietnam is Southeast Asia, right? It's just like South Asian, I guess. The South Asian king, Arshiyan Memon, does he get the job done on this episode? A lot of people very excited about this. A lot of those people happen to be Indian. But either way, doesn't matter, because the question and the answer should still be the same. Yes, he does the damn thing. That's not a question. Anyway, this is what you think is insightful? I don't know. The question is, can he get the job done? The answer should be, hopefully, at least, I want to see him do it. Buddy ran into the house and washed his feet immediately. So that this guy is hungry to get a win. When he's got that level of intensity, he's like, I'm not looking at this massive house. I'm not looking at wall decor. You remember in one of those other episodes, they're sitting there looking at all the pictures on the walls of the other fighters from seasons past. Arshiyan Memon didn't do all that. Arshiyan Memon let those guys stand out in the living room while he beelined to the bedrooms, went straight to the bathroom, and washed his feet in the sink. That's dedication. That's dedication to your craft. Vitz King 89, speak of the devil, we were just talking about you. How are you, sir? What's going on? Wish we were together for this watch along. Sadly, we probably could have been together for this watch along. I had a prior commitment that was going to be very important that didn't end up happening. And I was like, why did it not happen? I'm a little concerned about this. But either way, that's for a different time and place to discuss. No worries. I'm sure everything's fine. And hopefully we'll be able to link up soon for one of these watch-alongs. But if not, then we'll just have to play the schedule by ear. Working towards our goals day by day. Yo, I am not going to lie. I hate to keep harping on this for anybody who's never tried it before. I wish I don't have the bottle with me, but in here, I don't know if you can see on camera. I don't want to start pouring it out, but it's like yellow. This is sparkling ice lemonade. This is the best shit on the planet, like bar none. This is the greatest drink. Now, granted, it doesn't taste like regular lemonade because it's like 0 calories, or I think it's like 5 calories total in the bottle. But for 17 ounces, 5 calories, it is the best tasting non-sugar based drink that I've ever had. I'm struggling to not sit here and just drink all of it before the show even starts. Gotta save. We've got a whole hour's worth of Ultimate Fighter to get through. I can't kill the sparkling ice before the show starts, but I want to because it's fucking delicious. It's delicious, people. If you're looking for a low-calorie beverage, even if it wasn't low-calorie, I'd be fucking with it like this because it's just that good. So, shameless plug and sponsor. No, not a sponsor. You know, Sparkling Ice should sponsor this stream for the amount of times I've shouted them out. But, man, it is delicious. I know exactly. That's all I drink. See, Merry Widow gets it. You know what's up. It's too good. I swear, like every time. So I go to the supermarket, like, you know, before I used to go to the supermarket pretty regular, like pretty sparsely. I used to go to the supermarket like once a month. I would try to get all of my food shopping done in a month. I think I was spending a little bit too much money that way. So now I go make small trips to the supermarket like every week or other week. But every time I go to the supermarket, no matter how many times I go in a month, I always buy 5 to 10 of those. I always stock up on the sparkling ice. There's never enough. I go through them way too quickly, and they're kind of expensive. I won't lie on that one. $1.20 is not cheap. 5 for $6, that's money. That's money spent. But so much worth. So much worth in the sparkling ice. So if you have never tried it before, people, highly recommend. How you doing? Good enough. Do we think anything funny is going to happen on The Ultimate Fighter tonight? That's my question. Because I'm like, we've had 2 episodes of The Ultimate Fighter, and the only really funny things that's happened so far is like DC being sort of goofy and like wannabe trash talking for his competitors because they're not trash talkers. Chael has not really been all that funny. So it's like, I thought the whole point was like, we were going to have Chael and DC be goofy, funny guys. But right now, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like we've been denied our funniness on this show, especially considering that these 2 elderly gentlemen are not going to fight at the end of this. So we don't even get a coach's fight out of the show. And right now, we're not even getting comedy out of 2 of the funniest guys in MMA. So what is happening? Where is my ha-ha? Where is my chuckle? I need my rib tickle. You live in Arizona. It's already 105 degrees. Yo, yes, indeed. Here in Florida, when I got into my car leaving the gig today, the internal thermometer on my car said 109. Now, granted, that's a little bit hotter when I'm just getting into the car because, you know, it's like the car's been baking and AC not running, all that kind of stuff. But I was like, man, even for Florida, that's 109 is pushing. 109 is pushing. And, and because the car is like baking in the sun, you get into the car, you open the door of the car, and you can just see the heat escaping from the car, that like little squiggle vision. You look down on the ground and you see it like, the heat move in the air molecules. It's wild. And I don't give a fuck. A lot of people will be like, oh, well, get in the car, turn it on, let it cool down, blah. Fuck that. I'm a survivor when it comes to heat. I used to work about 40 minutes from my job one way. So 120 minutes round trip, right? And for a time, I didn't have AC in the car. So I would just have to deal with that the entire trip. So I get right into the car. Because my whole thing is that the quicker that I rev that engine, the quicker that I can open the windows and let the heat escape, get the car in motion, get myself away from where I am at the time towards shade, the quicker that I have to not deal with it anymore. I would much rather be miserably hot for 5 minutes leaving the place I don't want to be at, as opposed to staying 5 minutes at the place I don't want to be in a cooler car thereafter. That's just me. That's just how I look at things. What is the path towards the ultimate happiness goal? And if it's not being where you currently are, then take the pain in the car. Those are some bars for you for free. Freestyle legend Thinker St. James back again for you. But yeah, Arizona must be crazy. You get super hot and then super cold at night, right? Like when the sun goes down, it turns into like crazy, crazy cold. That's some wild stuff, because Florida, like, we get crazy hot during the day, but it's still hot at night because humidity just traps in the air and you never stop feeling it. I remember one other time, I probably told this story on stream before, but there was one time where I used to be in audiovisual production, and I was working an overnight gig. This was late at night. This is probably maybe around 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. We were installing speakers at a pool, around surrounding a large pool area of a hotel resort. And it felt like I was inside of the pool. I was wearing my blacks, I was in all black, long black pants. And the humidity in the air mixed with what was coming off of the pool, because the water, the evaporated from the daytime still in the air, humidity in the air. It's just all dense with condensation and vapor just all through the air. I was soaked from head to toe, lugging speakers up ladders. It was one of the worst gigs that I had ever done. And it wasn't even supposed to be all that bad. You know what I mean? We hung maybe 5 to 10 speakers that night. Took us a total of 4.5, 5 hours, but those 4.5, 5 hours were hell. It was so bad. I got out of the thing that sucked too was that I had to drive home like that because I didn't have a change of clothes on me, because I was coming from another gig that was nice and cool and everything was fine. Going into that gig, drove home soaking, got out of the car, just the whole driver's seat all soaked through. I took off 1.5 pounds of extra weight in those clothes when I took them off. It was just like, that like when you're wearing a soaked shirt and just sticks to you and it goes like that. Oh my God. Yeah. That was one of those times where I was so tired after all that, because I just worked a full shift before that, then did that. I turned the shower on and just sat down on the floor in the shower. Just sort of collapsed into the shower. Bro, I used to put myself through some helly shit when I was a tech, bro. Live entertainment is no joke in the Florida heat. So I feel for you, Merry Widow. Speaking of the Merry Widows, I've been meaning to put their music on during my drive. Sometimes when I'm driving, I'll either listen to a podcast or I'll listen to music. Actually, speaking of that today, so this is how the music works for me real quick before we get into this show. We've got about 13 minutes or so. What'll happen when I listen to music on my way to the gig is I'm constantly getting songs stuck in my head, right? Just random songs will come into my head at all times. I'm a big music fan, so I got a wide variety of music that I enjoy. Songs get stuck in my head all the time, right? So in the morning when I'm getting ready for work, if a song gets stuck in my head, I'm like, that's what I'm going to listen to on the drive in, and then I just let the algorithm pick the rest of the songs and stuff, or I'll switch it up, whatever. You know what I mean? But like the first song of the drive is always whatever song gets stuck in my head. So today, it just happened to be the classic All Night Long by Lionel Richie. When I went to go and turn on All Night Long by Lionel Richie, driving into the gig today, I found another song. It was called All Night Long, and it is by Mary Jane Girls. And I would assume that this, I didn't research this at all, but it sounded straight out of the 90s for real. Like maybe like late 80s, early 90s. And it sounded authentic. So if these are modern ladies doing this, then they have a very authentic sound. But I would assume that they are from the late 80s or early 90s. But All Night Long by Mary Jane Girls, really fun song. I was just like, yeah, because I love finding new songs. That's one of my favorite things in life. On my Hinge profile, that would be like one of my simple pleasures or whatever, you know? They got the little prompts, life's simple pleasures, all about the little things kind of thing. Finding new songs is something I love. So, yeah, All Night Long by Mary Jane Girls. Really fun little song. I enjoyed it very much, so my recommendation to you is to check out that song. And Merry Widow's coming through with some Merry Widow songs. Some songs you love: Snake Bite, Kinda Love, Talk Shit, Spit Blood. Oh, I love that title. Black Widow. Okay. All right. Write those down real quick. Snake Bite. Talk Shit. And Black Widow. And these are the Merry Widows. All right, got you. Oh, Deadly Kiss. Okay. Yeah, I want to hear them recorded, because we listened to a live recording of them, or a concert footage of them. And I quite enjoyed it, but, you know, it's always hard to gauge the actual full-on enjoyment of a band by their live performances. Sometimes they can be exceedingly good. Sometimes it's very different from what it sounds like on record. So I need to hear the actual record to get the full assessment. So I got the gig again tomorrow. I'm going to try to remember to listen to them on the way in to that. So thank you for those recommendations. I will start off with the one that I like the most, the title of Talk Shit, Spit Blood. Because that Talk Shit, Spit Blood sounds like a title of a song I would make. Oh, man. I miss recording, man. On my album that we were working on, myself and Toon, who is Vitz King's brother, my producer. Shout out to Toon, the homie. But on the album that we were working on, the album title had blood in the title, and I believe that, I think it was 10 tracks that we were working on that album, maybe less than that, maybe like 8 or 9, but somewhere in that range. But I think that of those tracks, there was one song that didn't have the word blood in it. Like every single song on the album has blood in it somewhere. So, blood, a very prominent theme in my music when I was making it. Haven't done that in a while. I miss it. That's okay. We got plenty going on in life, man. Trying to get back into the music making would be, on top of everything else, it'd be a lot. It'd be a lot right now. T-minus 8 minutes, folks, till the Ultimate Fighter starts. Thank you for being here early. Thank you for hanging out with me for the Ultimate Fighter. Mary Widow, being in Arizona, are you worried that you might run into John Jones in the street? And as a woman, have to be very careful of defending yourself from his attacks? I mean, that's just factual. That's just factual information. John Jones will attack a woman. I mean, maybe because you're not married to him that you'd be safe, but just saying. Oh, I'm kidding. Not really, but ain't nothing funny about what John Jones does. That's the thing. You know, it's hilarious to me when it comes to John. Obviously not his domestic abuse, but his fans. I saw it today. John Jones is known for like randomly commenting on like Instagram reels and stories and stuff. Like he just pops up in comments because he's, you know, obviously he's not going to be fighting, so he doesn't really have anything better to do than just to hang out online like a common internet troll. And like he popped up in the comments saying his normal shit about like, oh, you know, I'm rich, why would I care what you think? And it's like some dude like reposted that and was like, no one trolls better than John. I'm like, imagine being so snowed that like that is high quality trolling to you on top of knowing all of what you know about what John Jones has been engaging in the last year, 2 years since he's been heavyweight champion. Like, how people are fucking weird, bro. People are weird as shit. I cannot believe that anybody is like siding with that and like supporting this dude. Like, some people just have this weird power over other people, I guess. And I don't know. It's just, it's very strange to me sometimes, like how people will like allow their like minds to get like warped by their support of certain people. And John Jones definitely has that from some people. I mean, granted, it's certainly less than it once was. 200,000 subscribers, that's funny. 200,000 signatures on the old Strip John Jones petition there. But Dana don't care. How many fans are there in the world? 200,000 signed a petition? I don't care about that. God, bro, come on, man. Funny thing, though, too. You know that behind the scenes, the organization is like, we know that this is wrong. We know that this is not good. We know the fans are hating this. They have to hear the conversation that's going around. Because, I mean, granted, I haven't really talked too much about it on this channel. But, like, I've mentioned it in some of the live streams. The conversation going around in the community right now, as far as the quality of events, the situation with John Jones, Dana being 1 foot out the door, going over to promote boxing. Like, everybody knows what's up right now, and nobody is happy with it. Like, the community, the streets are talking, you know what I mean? Like, streets is whispering over here, and the organization, for as much as they want to play like they're not tuned in to the conversation when it comes to the fans, trust that they are. Because there have been fights that have specifically been made because of fan outcry. So you know that they're listening. Motherfucker, Nina Drama specifically said that the entire UFC knows about the MMA guru. If that doesn't speak volumes to you right there, I don't know what does. If they know about the guru, they definitely are listening to the conversation out there. So Dana can say whatever the fuck he wants about the petition, but he knows. He knows how dumb this shit is. I feel like Dana's trolling too sometimes with this shit. Like, let's see how mad we can make him. Well, you're doing a good job, buddy. You're doing a great job of pissing everybody off. Everybody real mad. All right. The Ultimate Fighter Episode 3 says that it's live, even though we got a lot of time left, about 3 minutes. Oh, all right. We do have a event starting soon screen. Rick Allen, what is good, sir? Do I think that 317 is any good? Yes, I do believe that there is value to 317. Haven't gone over every single fight for it yet. You know, of course, we will talk about that on the podcast, last week's fights, but I know that you're upset about Ilya and it not being Islam. but you know, it was going to bother everybody anyway, either way, if it wasn't going to be Ilya and Islam. So Ilya versus Charles, that's fine. Midgets shouldn't be allowed to co-main, though. Bro, you have such a disrespect for the greatest division going right now. The most competitive, the cardio-rich, the most cardio-rich. The flyweights are the most entertaining fighters in the organization, the most competitive division, and just because they're not think about it on the other side. What would you rather see, a flyweight fight or a current state of the world heavyweight fight? You want to see Sergey Spivak versus Waldo Acosta Cortez Acosta? You want to see that again? You want to see that again? How many Bible verses do you think Dariush is going to manage to fit into the broadcast? That's funny. Yo, multiples. True. Yes, Beneil is certainly a follower of the good book. He's going to have to say some prayers going up against Renato Moicano, but I do like that fight for him, though. I think that Beneil versus Moicano, that's going to be somewhat competitive because Beneil is just, he's one of those dudes, like many, sadly. Oh, shoot. Hold on. All right, your sync point. Show has started here. All right, there you go. Octagon is your sync point. Overhead shot of the octagon. Ultimate Fighter is underway, people. Yeah, I mean, Beneil has always been one of those kind of guys that's just like never really reached true elite status. Same with Moicano, sadly. So I think that fight's going to be somewhat even. John versus Stipe too. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Mary Widow. Do you think Joker is going to tap out RoboCop? Ooh, I love that question. No, I don't think so. I think RoboCop will be able to muscle Jack around, but not enough to necessarily win just off of that. Jack is touchable. I think that RoboCop has a good shot against him. But isn't Jack a... Oh, I guess they are both middleweights, aren't they? My bad. I was going to say, I thought that RoboCop was fighting light heavyweight for some reason, but you are correct. They are both middleweights. You think the Joker's going to win? I always like Jack Hermanson. Bro, Jack Hermanson is the Norwegian king. So I'm down. If that's the case, I'd be happy with that. I'd be okay with that. I don't know. I want to believe in RoboCop though, man. Like I like RoboCop a lot. He's powerful. He's huge for middleweight. That dude is massive. I was very sad that he lost against Jared Cannonier, but I'm also a huge fan of Jared Cannonier. Jared Cannonier is probably like one of my I would say top 10 to 15 fighters right there. I love Jared Cannonier. Good dude, goes out there, does his best every time, tries his hardest. Didgeridoo motherfucking Dave. Good day. How goes in the land down under? Love when Didgeridoo Dave shows up, because then I can turn my stutter into an Australian accent on the fly. Never would have known. Seamless. That's what they call that. All right. Training session with Team Sonnen. Lazy kick up top for Colby Covington. It's all right. It's training. I'll let him have that. Colby Covington, who just got called out by Kevin Holland. Brings out that dog in you. Colby, you've never had that dog in you. This dude giving Colby some praise over here. It's like you're standing right in front of Colby Covington. I guess you can't really be that big of an asshole. Be like, yo, why'd you talk shit about my entire country, fucker? This is kind of crazy. Yeah. Colby Covington saying that he wouldn't be here without that moment of beating up Damian Maia and then talking shit about the entirety of Brazil. I mean, Colby is speaking facts on this one, though. Like, but the problem is that he stayed with the dumb character. If he had just done it the one time, like after that fight, and then, you know, kind of, you could still be a character without having to be the character that he plays. That's the Brazilians. I want to open their mind. Yeah, I don't think that any Brazilians want their minds opened by you, Colby. Yeah, I mean, Colby like tipping the hand over here, breaking the fourth wall, saying that it's all marketing and stuff. But that's my point, is that you don't need to go Colby Covington marketing strategy. It's cold down under. How cold we talking over here? Bro, I wish it was colder here. The Joker made body bags look like a cadaver. I wouldn't go that far. He certainly did the job. He didn't finish that fight, though, right? That went to decision, did it not? U-Day talks. Who won? We don't know yet, brother. We don't know yet. Episode just started. No more friendly environment. This dude with the Fighting Nerds glasses on now, talking a whole bunch of shit. Daniil. Hell yeah, Daniil Donchenko. The Ukrainian goat over here. Our new Ukrainian king. You were LOL when Verdum hit him with a boomerang. Yo. He did hit him with a fucking boomerang, didn't he? Welcome to Australia, motherfucker. That shit is funny. That shit is fucking funny as hell, Mary. That's funny that you bring that up. I love that. I haven't thought about that in years, dude. He hit him with a fucking boomerang. Fuck. He did one of those. He threw his side hand. 50 degrees, bro. I would kill for 50 degrees right now. Jeff Crichton, the American, looks like a dude who would be selling you a used car, but like he's a good salesman though. He's like a dude. He's like a salesman that like actually wants to give you a good deal. Like he's like Jeff Crichton looks like one of those dudes that's like, I'm gonna sell you a car, but like my sales tactic is just being the best salesman I can be. Yeah, Rodrigo and Diego, the two Brazilians going at it. We got a Brazilian rivalry over here, just what the show needed. Ah, there's Arshiyan, Indian king. He's ignoring all the bullshit. He says, fuck the bullshit. I got a game plan over here. I appreciate that. All right, there's your little shit talk here. They use Celsius in Australia, not Fahrenheit. Well, he did say Fahrenheit. I think he did the conversion for us. That's the kind of homie that Didgeridoo Dave is. He's like, I know that your weak-brained American mind cannot do the conversion from Celsius to Fahrenheit on the fly, so I'm going to hook you up with the Fahrenheit. That's a homie move. Appreciate you, Didgeridoo Dave. Why is this dude wearing a luchador mask? Oh, he is representing Mexico. He is from Mexico. You have to wear a luchador mask when you come to training. Maybe he can also transition into actual lucha libre and do some pro wrestling if it doesn't work out in MMA. Via Mexico. All right. Daniel Cormier is pushing this training over here. They would be legitimately well taken care of to be trained by DC. That's why I think I've been saying that throughout this show. But like, I do believe that DC, like, A, DC is a legitimately good coach. And B, I believe that he is a way better, like, coaching for coaching, way better coach than Chael Sonnen. But, you know, I'm sure Chael is good too. I mean, Chael has been a coach now 3 times on The Ultimate Fighter. 10 degrees Celsius. Got you. Yeah, I would not have known that. I would have been like, what is that in Fahrenheit? Does not compute. I would have started like breaking down mentally real quick. It would have been that meme of like the lady with all of the mathematical equations in front of her eyes. And she's like, that would have been me. Hey, Michael Chiesa. Guest coaching over here. Tumalo. You're the only one here with global knowledge, clearly? Okay. Perhaps that's the case. Ironically, even though I have not traveled internationally all that much, I have had friends from all over the world because of the work that I used to do. So I know people from all corners of this planet. I live in a very international city. Both former British colonies. Shit, bro, all three of us. Though you got to admit, America really was the most gangster when we kicked the Brits out. We said no mas. Goodbye, Britannia. We got our own plans. Yo, chill with the boots and the belt buckle. That belt buckle is so gangster. He's got a cowboy hanging with the crew. Who is that old man cowboy? You get to meet all kinds as a pimp? Damn right, brother. Pimps up, hoes down St. James, baby. Carla Esparza coming in. Man, she's going to teach all of these fighters how to fight boring as fuck. Who is this old man? Nah, shout out to Carla Esparza. I'm not as much of a hater as people were of Carla, although I cannot deny that she was the most boring fighter on the planet, dude. Like, she was a great champion, very technically proficient, great wrestler, but bro, watching a Carla Esparza fight. I remember way before Yama was even a thought in my mind, I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was saying, blah, 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 and I just remember ending the conversation with like, you're going to really make me watch a Carla Esparza fight? Fuck that. Anyway. Canada also had rebellions against the British. There were upper and lower Canadian rebellions. All right, there you go. Well, congratulations. I got love for Canada, bro. You have this weird like America rivalry with America and Canada. Like, the only place in Canada that I don't like is Montreal because those people were rude as fuck. That's what you really need to have a rebellion from. How about you rebel against French Canadians? Send those fuckers back. All right, that sounded a little bit bad. I didn't mean it to come out like that. Nah, whatever. Shout out to the French Canadians. I'm sure that there are nice people there. I just didn't meet any of them. I like that Dominican piece you were peddling on the weekend. The Dominican piece you were peddling on the weekend? Oh, because of Vitzking? Yeah, Vitzking is Dominican. See, there you go, Didgeridoo Dave. Good point. How stupid could I have been to have said that, knowing that GSP, the GOAT, the legitimate GOAT, is from French Canada? If GSP got sent back to France, we would never have gotten that classic episode of the Cage series. We would never have gotten Cage. We would never have gotten Lakeside Octagon if it wasn't for GSP being French Canadian. So you're right. Shame on me for saying that. You heard your name? Say his name and he appears. I believe in the Vitz King. Bro, we burned down the White House in the War of 1812? Well, we rebuilt that shit, dude. We rebuilt it with better security measures. I could say something really bad that I'm not going to say because I'm not going to TOS myself. I'm going to be smart and hold my tongue. Just know that it had something to do with the person that is currently occupying that house. Crazy what's going on out there in LA. I've been watching some of the riot footage going on out there, all the ICE riots. Can't fight against the youth, brother. You know? Riots on the streets. Dominoes falling. Riot in the streets. How's the dating going for me these days? Not much right now. I was talking to one girl. I'm talking to one girl right now. Not really liking her too much, honestly. That's the problem. That's how it usually ends up going down for me, man. Like, I have the problem that I have, and I acknowledge this in myself, but like, I am very quick to disengage from something that doesn't feel right. And I can tell very quickly through conversation if like I'm enjoying the intellectual element of a relationship with a person. Like, that's romantically or otherwise. That's why I have so few friends. But like, I disengage very quickly from things that don't feel right to me. So I don't know if it's going to go much farther with this girl. I had one girl that was all about it recently, and I was like, all right, let's meet up. Let's like, you know, do the thing. Like, we were talking for a little while in the messaging. She was super about it. And then like the day of decided to cancel. I was like, what is the point? I don't understand what these like people like, again, men and women, like I'm sure men do it too, but like, what are you getting out of these like interactions if you're not going to actually want to follow through at some point? It's so weird. Bro, have you ever read an entire book cover to cover? Bro, do you have any other potential insults? Because yes, I have an entire shelf of books over there that I have read. And sometimes I'll even reread books that I have already read. In fact, I am due for another reading of my favorite book, Moby Dick. Haven't read that in a little while. I usually try to read that every couple of years or so. So I got to start that again. Just got to find time for it. I'm way too busy right now. But yeah, I just finished not too long ago. Well, I mean, I read Scanner Darkly a while back, but I was going through and like rereading certain passages of it. I read a couple of other Philip K. Dick short stories. I'm a big fan of Philip K. Dick. And I mean, I'm reading Watchmen now. I know it's a graphic novel, but you know, I think it still counts. It's Alan Moore, so it's not exactly like your typical comic book. So I'm doing a reading of that. I, at some point, want to read The Disaster Artist. I have had that for quite some time and just never got down to actually reading it. You just finished Solenoid. Is that Philip K. Dick? That's not one that I'm familiar with. Is that one of his short stories? Sounds like it could be. Is that a novel? Oh. Mircea Cartarescu. It's a Kafka-esque exploration of existence and the desire to escape it. That actually sounds like something I would like. Yeah, how did you like it? Would you recommend it? Because at least from that little description I just read, that sounds like something that would be right up my alley. All right. The Ultimate Fighter is back, and we now have to go through the emotional heartstrings moment here for this guy. Didn't catch this dude's name. I'm not going to let any of this time I invest go to waste. There you go, brother. I never understand this. I don't understand this. You are away for a very, very, very short amount of time. This is Imanol Rodriguez. Imanol? Imanol. He's talking to a picture, saying that they'll be proud of him. I'm sure that he will make that happen. Damn, his son looks exactly like him. That's crazy. His son looks like a little mini version of him. He is from Baja California. No, Mexico. What? There's one in both places, right? It's a wild ride and one of the most unique books I've ever read for sure. All right, cool. I appreciate that. I appreciate that assessment. I'll put that on the list. Have you ever read Dune? Because I'm actually, hopefully he's not watching, but that's, I just got that for my dad for his birthday. They were talking about wanting to watch the movies, and my dad was like, well, I haven't read the books. My dad's a huge reader, good Lord. My parents both, like, read ferociously. Or voraciously, I should say. Ferociously. So, I got him the books, just in case he wanted to read them before they see the movie. Ah, homie's got the taco stand. Tacos Authenticos. He's got the family business going on here. I appreciate that. Your dad is no longer living? Hey, I'm sorry to hear that, Rick Allen. How long has that been the case? I'm sure that was not easy for you, so I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, he's training with the Blaxicans. Is that an offshoot of the Black Zillions? A couple of them went to Mexico. They started the Blaxicans. This guy reminds me a little bit of Myron Santos in his like story. Obviously, Myron was from Brazil, but this Mexican gentleman, Imanol, kind of a younger guy, young family, young child at least. If I forget your name, I'll remember tomato. Arshiyan, why are you talking shit over here? This dude is unintentionally talking shit. It was the same cancer that killed Elias Theodoro? Damn, bro. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Seriously. R.I.P. to your father and to Elias Theodoro. Mr. Bean? What are they talking about over here? Oh, this dude is doing a Mr. Bean impression. Arshiyan. I guess Arshiyan's got a bit of a sense of humor. The Indian King. They're just having fun. Having a nice little friendly chat, these fighters. Yo, chill, buddy. Yamacat's been going crazy today. Yamacat does not like when I gotta go do the gig. Yo, bars. Arshiyan spitting bars. Those are his bars, not mine. Yo, Arshiyan. Yo, win your fight, dude, please. We gotta root for India, right? Come on. First Indian fighter on The Ultimate Fighter. One of now 3 Indian fighters ever in the UFC. Well, actually, I think 4. I think there was one other Indian guy before Anshul Jubilee. Oh, he's a kickboxer. All right. That means that his ground game is going to be non-existent. Damn, nice crucifix, though. Oh, he's fighting in Matrix. Bro just said he learned grappling and wrestling moves. This guy's ground game is probably terrible. Govind Singh Ali. He was fighting. You ever read the poem "Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night"? I don't know if I've actually. I might have read it at some point. I know the title though. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Rick Allen. You know, obviously that is an unfortunate fact of life that things like that happen, and it is awful. It's one of the hard things about being a human being. When I get into my existential nihilism, as I often am, pretty nihilistic, those are the things I think about. So I know how hard that is. So I mean, not that specifically, but losing relatives in general. Yeah, it's really tough, man. I should read it? Okay. I can try to give that a shot. I'm sure I can find it online. Bro, what the fuck? This cat is going nuts right now. Chill. Omen, chill. Arshiyan strikes Chael as the guy who hasn't had someone believe in him. Chael, the entire country of India, is riding with him right now. The whole nation. That's like a fifth of the world's population. That's why it's so crazy that India does not have more representation in the sport. There's a lot of people in India. Yo. Bro, this cat is killing me right now. Oh, this is Coach Jamie, who is the older cowboy that I was talking about earlier. I guess that's one of Chael's guys. Not to be confused with young Jamie from Joe Rogan's podcast. I wonder if Chael's going to be like, yo, Jamie, pull that up. Jamie's going to be like, bro, I got gloves on, man. I can't just go to the computer. Jamie, take off the gloves, pull up whatever I'm talking about. All right. He says he's going to give 110%, Arshiyan. I'll believe it when I see it in the cage. What weight class are these guys? They bantamweights? I think it's bantamweight, right? I was going to say he's small. This dude is kind of tiny, Arshiyan. But our current bantamweight champion / GOAT, also a smaller guy. Chael says that Arshiyan's going to win this fight. Now I'm not so confident. All right. Commercial break. Have a couple of the only Cheez-Its that you really need to fuck with, the white cheddar. I like a regular Cheez-It every once in a while, but you cannot deny the deliciousness of the white cheddar. Cheez-Its are like the worst snack. They were 2 for $1 at the supermarket, so I had to go for it. But I hate every time that I get Cheez-Its because they're delicious, for sure, but they are so caloric. The calories on these things. Bro, 150 calories per serving. In this box, there are 20 servings. That is a ridiculous amount of calories. Now, granted, I got to make that last a week and a half. So hopefully I'm not inundating myself with empty calories. But still, every time I get Cheez-Its, I'm like, bro, why did you do this? It's all right. On the days when I go into the gig, I have salads at my lunch. So I try to tell myself that at least if I'm not going crazy at lunchtime, I can allow a couple extra calories when I get home. You don't eat exclusively at fast food places like most Americans. Well, I actually have a salad at a fast food place, so shout out to Wendy's and that Cobb salad, man. That's what I usually have, and it's good. It's really good, and it's, you know, as far as salads go, it's relatively on the lesser calorie side. But no, man, I mean, that's a negative American stereotype that you're feeding into, that we all eat at fast food all the time. A lot of Americans now are getting more health conscious. Trying to, anyway. It's hard, man. Eating healthy is expensive, bro. It really is. Everything's expensive, of course, but like eating healthy is especially expensive. Like, I always look for deals on produce. So like recently I had some like strawberries in the house. That was really nice. By Cobb salad, you mean Wendy's Baconator? Baconator. Baconator is delicious, though. No lie there. I've had a Baconator one time in my life, and I was like, yo, I understand. I understand. I'm not even the biggest fan of bacon, which I know is crazy to some people. That's why I like the Cobb salad, because the Cobb salad at Wendy's, they do 2 small strips of bacon, so you break that up and almost make it into like bacon bits, and you kind of scatter it throughout the salad, and you just get like a little punch of bacon. And that's enough for me, really. I'm not like a bacon crazy person. Some people are like really into bacon. If I'm going to have bacon, I like it either very, very crispy or very underdone. Like very, very soggy. In the middle is just like whatever. But again, I don't think I've ever made bacon at home before. Like not one time have I ever cooked bacon on the stovetop or in the microwave or whatever. Someone get your pocket. Mumbai is not for beginners. This dude talking about picking pockets. Arshiyan's talking about pickpocketing over here. Oh, he's flyweight. Okay, my bad. I thought they were bantamweights. Shoot, my mistake. Flyweights. Oh my god, yo, this fucking cat, dude. Yo, Omen, what the fuck is going on with you, bro? You haven't made bacon at home because you're a super religious Muslim man? Inshallah. It's haram, brother. Oh, this dude's from the slums of Mumbai. Yo, go Arshiyan. Breaking out of the slums to be a world-class fighter over here. I look kind of Muslim? Based on what? Based on what? I mean, all respect and love to my Muslim homies, but I personally am not. Considering that I'm like an amalgamation of like 4 different nationalities, always interesting what people perceive. It's like Vitz King, you know? Vitz King, he can be like any nationality. Or at least like several. God damn, Arshiyan's got an academy with 60 to 70 students? Good lord, this dude is training a lot of fighters. Hopefully he's good. You look like you could be related to Makhachev actually with the goatee. Okay, yeah, it's the facial hair that's doing it. I feel you on that. I am the first to admit that I hang on to the worst facial hair of all time. I don't like to shave. I don't enjoy. I do not like to shave. I don't like to have to deal with the hair in the sink. I don't like razors. I might go back and get an electric razor, but electric razors don't really give you a close shave, so what's the point? So I stay with this terrible facial hair on purpose. I know it's bad. All right, Arshiyan. He's saying he's going to show the world what Indian MMA can do. We've seen what Indian MMA can do so far. Right now, only Pooja Tomara has been doing anything of note. And even she lost her last fight. You don't want to be stacking up to Anshul Jubilee right now. You should try wet shaving with a DE safety razor. I enjoy it. It's old school but enjoyable. Yeah, I've heard about like those hairy razors that like come with the old school blades that you kind of like have to put into the thing and you like screw it in or whatever. It has sound potentially attractive as a thing to try. But like I said, I don't like shaving though. I mean, maybe I might enjoy it if it was a better razor, so I could try it. I'll have to see how much it costs. I think it's only like $20 to start it, and like blades are like 30 cents or something. That's the whole gimmick of the Harry's thing. There's Harry's, there's Henson razors or whatever. I've heard of a couple of those kind of companies. Yeah, maybe at some point I will shave. I've thought about it before. I've had the facial hair for a long time now. Like I've had this configuration of facial hair for probably going on 9-10 years. So, yeah, might be time for a change. Just shave just to see how it looks. Emmanuel Rodriguez highlights. He's 5-0. I mean, Emmanuel Rodriguez fighting Mexican killers. I would be probably putting my faith that Emmanuel is going to win this fight, but I still have hope for the Indian King. Arshiyan, Memon, the Don. Come on, the Don as a nickname is perfect for that guy. Imagine Buffer announcing that. Arshiyan, the Don, Memon. Come on, that rolls, bro. That goes. Maybe you would enjoy it more if you tried using a straight razor. Yeah, I've thought about like going to the barber shop to get them to do the shave. I might enjoy that. I just get real scared with shit like that. No lie, bro. I saw that Sweeney Todd movie one time and I was like, oh, I don't like the idea of a dude with a razor to my neck, you know? I think that's one of those irrational fears, but like, fuck it, I stay with it. I stay with it. I don't care. Let it be irrational. Same with like skydiving, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, you know, percentage chance of the parachute not deploying is like 0.0000001%. It's like, okay, it's irrational then. Let me be irrational. I'll be irrational. I'll take that upon myself. The straight razor takes some practice, but safety razor is fine. Yeah. I would have to like learn how to do it if I wanted to try. I'm not opposed to it. You know, I think it's cool. I definitely think it's cool. Definitely manly. Shaving with a straight razor. Yeah, that's some real man shit. So I fuck with it for that reason, but I don't know. Again, it's just not something I really think all that much about because I just don't like shaving, period. But you know, if I was going to shave, I would definitely like look into a couple of options to make it like more enjoyable. Or like not enjoyable, but like more like quick, easy, get in, get out. That's the thing. Anytime I don't enjoy doing something, I like to try to find the the most painless way to do it. Like the least painful way to do it. I am a big proponent of if it ain't fun, don't do it. I am a big believer in I don't like to do shit that I don't like to do. That's why, as the world burns around me, I continue to make content on this channel. This is what I like to do, so I do it. Bro, I have seen this fucking Timothy Chalamet commercial 800 times. I hate this commercial. this dumb question that this guy asks him in this interview. So when you're acting, do you have to kill yourself? Do you have to destroy who you are to be an actor? It's like, shut up. I just hate this commercial. Hopefully you're seeing better commercials than I'm seeing. I did find out from Chase that we don't all get the same commercials. Shout out to all of the amazing commercial producers out there, though. Got a lot of love for my colleagues in the creative space. I like this commercial because it's got The Wait by the band as the song. A nice little cover of The Wait. Female vocalist doing a cover of that song for this commercial. So I appreciate that. I've been finding some new music lately that I've really enjoyed. I found a band called Yumi Zuma. They are from New Zealand. They have a song called Blister that just came out, and I really, really like the song Blister. Shout out to them. I would recommend listening to that song. Listen to a band today called Castle Rat. They have this like kind of sort of classic rock sound to them with a female vocalist. Quite enjoyed that. Their music videos all look awesome. I'm always trying to find new music that I enjoy. All right, it's weigh-ins time, people. Emanol weighing in. Yo, TJF, what is up, brother? Putting you onto some new music, brother? Absolutely. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Yumi Zuma, Blister, and Castle Rat. I forget the name of the song I listened to by them, but quite enjoyed them. Thought they were pretty goddamn cool. And I love the visuals of their music videos. Actually, Yumi Zuma's music video look cool, too. They have like this real like stylized look to the videos. This Irish dude has a wild Irish accent. The Mumbai Mobster. So the Don stays, bro. The Don is a great nickname for Arshiyan. Arshiyan made weight. All right, both these gentlemen making weight over here. We got a fight on our hands, people. Five and 0 and 7 and 0. Someone's O has got to go. Ah, the Mexican dog talking a little shit over here. All right, I'm with it, Emanol. Show me, don't tell me. The Mumbai gangster talking some shit in Spanish. Pero no cero. Dog no zero? I don't know if that actually has a meaning, but I appreciate the attempt. All right, Arshiyan makes his way to the apex like so many other fighters before and after him have done and will do. Aryan Rothmore. You should stream MFN 17. Check out the card. Okay. All right. I appreciate that recommendation. I know MFN. I've heard of that promotion before. MFN 17. Oh, right. Matrix. Yeah. We were just talking about Matrix. Oh, that's coming up in, that's coming up soon. It's coming up in August. Okay. Where do they air that on? Is that on Fight Pass? I'll have to see if I can find somewhere to watch that. I don't know where I would check that out, but I would be down though. I've been wanting to like, that's why I don't have Fight Pass currently, is because I'm like, if I get Fight Pass, all I would do is watch fights all day long. All day, every day. Nothing else would get done. I want to watch Octagon. I want to watch KSW. I want to watch more of the Muay Thai organizations outside of one. I just found out about one called Cage Titans. YouTube Disney Plus. Okay, so it is on the I guess ESPN Plus package. I don't know what country are you in though, because it might be different for different regions. Fight Pass over here would probably be that for us. I like Arshiyan's hat. That's a cool hat. More cool hats. The UFC is the place with the best hats. Brother, me and Chase talk about this all the time. The hat variety in the UFC is second to none. Oh, you're in India? Right on, brother. You're Indian king over here, Arshiyan Memon. About to fight right now. But yeah, they showed some footage from Matrix for his fight footage. I guess that's where he's fighting out of. And looked pretty good to me. It's going to be a tough test against Imanol over here. He's fighting a Mexican dude. You know how tough those guys are. This guy Arshiyan Memon, what a nice guy. Saying that, it's all love. Hope he can survive 19 seconds. Okay. Well, hopefully he does even better than that. Maybe even 30. How about that? How about 30 seconds? If he gets a knockout in 30 seconds, that'd be dope. Apparently Arshiyan is a kickboxer. All right. Yeah, he's talking about the Mexican fighting style. That's exactly what we're looking for here. Ohio player just shouting you out, talking about the amazing hats in the organization. You liked what you're watching tomorrow. Got you, brother. I will try to tune in for that. Are we still doing what we were going to do tomorrow? I still got to talk to Vitz King about that, actually. If not tomorrow, we'll figure out another day for La Cage. I appreciate you checking in, homie. Appreciate you, man. Always. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody tonight, man. Mary Widow, TJF, Rick Allen, Aryan. Appreciate you. We got a fight coming up here in just a minute. Excited for this one. I'm rooting for Arshiyan, man. I want to see him. I want to see him succeed. I want to see India succeed in the UFC for real. I want to see them definitely do better than Anshul Jubilee, brother. Come on. Anshul cannot be the male representation of your entire country in the UFC right now. We need variety. We need a better Indian, a figurehead. We need a better representation of the toughness of the Indian people. Somebody who's not going to get barked down by Mike Breeden. We can't have this, okay? We need Indian elites. We need Indian exceptionalism in the UFC. The UFC? UFC. Fight in a moment. Yo, everybody, I'm going to tell you something real quick, and you can feel how you want to feel about it, but the frumpy girl from the Progressive commercials, that's like the kind of the grouchy, meaner version of Flo. Kind of cute. Flo, pretty cute also. Just saying. I got a thing for the women in the Progressive commercials. I can't help myself, okay? It is what it is. The chick who plays Flo in the Progressive commercials also had a small role in the movie Blades of Glory as a reporter. Did you know that? Now you know that. You're welcome. This is what you come to the stream for. These important pieces of information that my brain retains for no reason. All kinds of very important facts that I store away in my brain while forgetting very important life things. Arshiyan, our MMA is barely a decade old. Yes, yeah, you guys are newer to the sport, lower representation in the sport on the large scale currently. Our biggest promotion started 6 years ago. Things will improve. There are some really good prospects, but things will improve slowly. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I am a big fan and proponent of emerging markets when it comes to the sport. I got a lot of hope that regions of the world that aren't fully represented at the highest levels get there. You know, I want to believe. It's places like India, like places like even in America, Thailand, which is crazy to say considering Muay Thai and the richness of combat sports in Thailand. But we don't have that many Thai fighters in the UFC. France. We're talking a lot about France because of the Cage series that we've been reviewing on the channel, myself and Chase Parton. I want to see a better crop of French fighters now. I mean, we're starting to see that. I hope that India becomes like the next France in that regard. Like France is just starting to come into their own. India's next. Fight is underway. Arshiyan versus Imanol. Fight just started here. Arshiyan pressuring nicely here. Throws out a little leg kick, does not land. All right. Well, inside leg kick. That was a little high, but still legal. Nice kick for Arshiyan. Yeah, Chael just saying touch him. Ooh, that was a nice shot for Imanol. That was a good land. Ooh, nice one too for Imanol. You can see that Arshiyan, he keeps throwing that high inside leg kick. I would be a little concerned that that's going to land illegally at some point. Nice body shot for Imanol there. Goes low. Arshiyan is biting on a lot of feints right now. He's got to be a little careful with that. Another nice inside. Woo, see? What did I just say? Mystic St. James over here. I just said that one of those inside leg kicks was going to be a low blow. It's a low blow. Imanol, a little slow to get up now. Taking his time here to recover himself after a low blow lands from Arshiyan. Yeah, he threw that inside high kick 3 times, and I was like, one of those has got to land, one of those has got to land illegally, and it did, sadly. But they're back. Just a warning, Mark Smith, not like Vitor Ribeiro, taking a point immediately in a title fight, no less. Ooh, nice land for Imanol there, too. Imanol's backing him down a little bit now. Good pressure. Arshiyan needs to move forward a little bit more. There you go. Try to get his hands on him. That's smart strategy. We're going to see if he's got any kind of wrestling/grappling game here. Because Imanol, man, he's putting a lot of power on these shots early. Of course, these guys are flyweights, so we should be seeing a lot of quickness. Ooh, body shot just hurt. Oh, body shot hurt him. Oh, Arshiyan down, bro. That body shot hurt. He cried out. Oh, Arshiyan, you need to hang on, brother. Arshiyan about to get finished over here. Ooh, nice up kicks. Legal up kicks, too. Good shit. Damn, that was good. Doing what Juliana Pena could not do. Imanol on top now. Oh, that was not a great idea for Imanol to go down. This is giving Arshiyan some time to recover here. He almost had Arshiyan finished. Arshiyan fighting through the pain, but man, that body shot really rocked him. All right. Imanol says Arshiyan stand up. Mark Smith says stand up. Arshiyan stands up. Ooh, that was a good one too for Arshiyan. Yo, Imanol keeps ripping the body though. If that keeps going to the body. Arshiyan needs to keep that one arm low, bro. You need to guard your body a little bit more. Obviously, it's compromised. Good awareness for Imanol to go back to the body. Clinched up on the cage now. Pushed off. These guys are both going for it, though. I appreciate the intensity of this fight so far. Good flyweight scrap we got going on here. Imanol takes the back. Oh, he's got the back mounted now. Oh, he's trying to flatten Arshiyan out. And they are in open water right now. Arshiyan is way far from the cage. Arshiyan trying to buck him off, but Imanol's got he's in a nice position. Yeah, couldn't buck him off. Arshiyan tripoded for a second there, but Imanol, he's not super high on his back. Got him flattened out now a little bit. Arshiyan really trying to hold on here. At a minute 45 to work now. Got plenty of time to do whatever he wants here. Imanol's doing some nice work. Oh, Imanol flips him over. Arshiyan on his back now. He's got full mount too. Imanol's trying to push off, get some upward mobility here so that he can land some ground and pound. Arshiyan hanging onto his back. Yeah, Imanol just needs to push hard backwards, break that lock, because Arshiyan's only holding on by a finger right now. There it is. All right, good move nice move for Arshiyan to get back to his feet. Very nice. Yo, Arshiyan, good shit. Yo, Arshiyan he's fighting through the fire right now, dude. He has been in several compromised positions. Oh, takes a kick to the face, catches it, and lands 3. Arshiyan landing nicely now. Arshiyan putting that pressure on, but he might be a little bit gassed out, keeping the guard super low, and then he takes a shot to the face for it. Oh, several to the face. Yo, Arshiyan might be gassed, bro. Arshiyan might be done. Oh, Arshiyan might be done here. Oh, yo, Imanol teeing off now. This is going to get stopped. Yeah, Mark Smith stops it. Oh, hey. Yo. Shout out to Arshiyan Memon for trying to stay in that thing as long as he could and being a tough dude, because he certainly is tough. But, man, Imanol living up to the Mexican stereotypical, prototypical, high-intensity, high-output fighter. That dude was laying on some crazy shots. And then Arshiyan, when he dropped that guard at the end there, Imanol was like, all right, brother, you want to play that game? I will gladly punch you in the face. Whew, man, Imanol. That was a good fight. Yeah, Arshiyan, you can tell that Arshiyan has the pieces. This literally, like, Arshiyan, literally exactly what we were just talking about, what you were saying about the emerging MMA landscape in the country of India. You can see that Arshiyan has the basics of it. He doesn't have the next level of it yet. That's what's going to evolve over time and eventually hopefully become the what you guys are going to be putting out into the world in India. But for now, he doesn't have all of the skill set just yet, but he's got a good amount of it. Like, he really did fight. Like, he tried real hard in that fight. So that was not a slouch performance. He didn't go out there and, like, just instantly get knocked out or anything. Like, he was really putting in that work. John Dong, how are you, sir? You missed Rick Allen. Or did you, considering that you're the same person? Nah, shout out to Rick Allen. He was in one of his nicer moods again tonight. All right. Imanol gets the win. That was a good fight. That was actually one of the better fights that we've had so far. We only had the 3, but still. Yeah, that was good stuff. Yeah, go Imanol, man. Champion. Dana coming over to tell Arshiyan that it was a good fight, that he fought well. Emotions running high for Arshiyan now. Nice of Dana to go over and say something to him, though, because he does deserve that. He definitely does. Like, this dude really did fight. And very humble in defeat. I like Arshiyan, man. I hope that I hope he can come back and do some good things in this sport. He seems like a good dude. DC with some good words of encouragement. Man, I'm telling you, DC, as goofy as DC is and his commentary sometimes biased, all those things, all the criticism that you can have for DC, he is an excellent coach. And he's also like a real human being. You know what I mean? DC is like he's a emotionally intelligent individual, I would say. Always like DC. It's not over until I win, says Arshiyan. Damn right. Good attitude. Imanol on the other side, though. Yeah, a lot of love going on there, man. You know, Imanol fought like a beast, though, bro. That dude really put some heavy shots on. He was loading up a little bit early, so I would be concerned that he needs to conserve a little bit more when he's actually in the organization, because the flyweights, there are plenty of flyweights that fight like that. Dana White with a shirt that just says United States on it. Just representing the whole country real quick. Oh, hell yeah. Our American car salesman. USA. Oh, USA chants from everybody. All right. Andres. He the Irish guy? Andreas the Irishman. Yeah, that's the Irish dude. Yo, this dude, Jeff, I'm telling you, man, this guy will give you the best deal on a 2022 Honda Civic because he's a good person. He wants to do right by his customers. He doesn't use high-pressure, hard sell tactics. All I ask is best fight of the season, he says. I like this guy. I like these fighters so far. There have not really been too many dickheads on this show so far. This has been a quality season of good dudes. Same with the season that I reviewed, that the homie Cody Gibson was on. Not a lot of shit talkers, just some good dudes going out there to fight. Matt Serra coming in. Hey, the champ. Never forget. The former champ, Matt Serra. The trainer of champions. The trainer of champions over there at Serra Longo. Aljo. Marab. What else do you need? Trainer of 2 champions. Multiple champions indeed, though. But Johnny Hendricks come out of there, too. Al Iaquinta. Not a champ, but, close enough. Fought the champ. Fought one of the perceived goats of the sport. I like Serra Longo. This has been fun so far. That was a good episode. I enjoyed that. And that will do it for The Ultimate Fighter tonight. So I'll turn off that timer there. And you got a good guy, bad guy coming in after that. But we won't stick around for a good guy, bad guy. I think that is going to be about it for this evening. Another episode of The Ultimate Fighter is down. That was a really enjoyable one. I quite enjoyed the lead up to the fight, and the fight itself was really good. Imanol Rodriguez versus Arshiyan Memon. Arshiyan fought really well, but was not able to overcome the power and accuracy of the striking of Imanol. So Imanol gets the win by TKO, and he will move on to the semifinals. So really good season of fights so far, all things considered. I mean, one very quick one, but a finish in that one. And and then a decision win for Daniil, right? Pretty sure? Yeah, definitely, right? Yeah, because he fought the 2 rounds and won both of them, I believe. Didn't need that sudden death 3rd round. So far, some really good fights. I've been enjoying the season very much. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with us, with me, with everybody in the chat. John Dong checking in. Aryan, appreciate you. Mary Widow. Ohio Player, always the homie. TJF. Rick Allen. And who's the other dude? Oh, Didgeridoo Dave, of course, too. Shout-outs to him always as well. But there was one other person that came in. Oh, yeah, U-Day Talks. Appreciate you too, brother. So hopefully either tomorrow or sometime later in this week, we are going to be doing another episode of The Cage. Praying that happens this week. Really want to get The Cage out of the way. Got some other stuff that we want to get to as far as reviews go. So trying to get The Cage done. Also tonight going to be logging off of here and getting some writing done on the new Yama episode. So I'm going to be recording that as soon as possible, getting that out as well this week. So keep your eyes open for the next episode of Yama, which I am looking forward to getting written up and completed. So always new stuff coming out on the channel. Hopefully also going to get some short form content out as well. Some clips from last week's fights. There is a podcast called Last Week's Fights on this channel. If you did not know that, myself, my homie Chase Parton, breaking down each and every fight from the previous card of UFC. That is Monday nights at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are new to the channel, make sure that you tune in for last week's fights. It is always a good time. Had a great time on the last episode. We went super long because we just had a lot to say about that last card. So make sure that you check that out. The VODs are on the channel in video and audio form if you are not able to watch live. It was fun. See you later. Stay safe. Bye. Kiss Jake for you. Will do next time I see him. Promise I will, Mary. Very, very much appreciate you hanging. Everybody have a great rest of your night. Great rest of your week. Appreciate all of you guys. And like I said, keep an eye on the channel for new stuff coming out because there's always something new coming out. Until next time, everybody, fight on.
Game.